Let's be honest. Feeling the pinch at the supermarket checkout is something we can all relate to, right? But you don't want to compromise on healthy food. Well, you're not alone. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to tackle those high grocery bills head-on without having to sacrifice your health. So, let's get started and figure out how to reclaim that cash from the bin.
I want to start with a single number, 60 pounds. Now, what do you think that represents? Maybe the cost of a fancy dinner out? A week's worth of lattes? Well, the reality is a bit more shocking.
That's right, 60 pounds. That's the value of perfectly good food that the average household, and yeah, maybe even yours, chucks in the bin every single month. Food that was bought with your hard-earned money.
To put that into perspective, it means we're wasting up to a quarter of all the food we bring home from the shops. Just imagine leaving one of your 4 shopping bags at the checkout every single week. That's basically what's happening here.
This whole situation, this problem of high costs and high waste, well, I call it the 60-pound food problem. And it's exactly where our journey to a smarter solution begins today.
But here's the good news. You absolutely do not have to be a victim of your grocery bill. With just a few smart strategies, you can take back control, slash that waste, and honestly, eat healthier than ever.
And the first step, probably the most powerful one, is all about getting organized before you even think about setting foot in a supermarket. It's time to plan like a pro.
Now, this isn't about some rigid, boring schedule. Think of it as a money-saving tool. First up, check what you already have. Seriously, you'll be surprised what's lurking in the back of the cupboard. Second, build your meals around those ingredients that need using up. Save them from the bin. Third, think about recipes where leftovers can become tomorrow's super easy lunch. And finally, write a laser-focused list. No more aimless wandering up and down the aisles.
And look, this isn't just a nice idea I came up with. The research completely backs it up. It is the single most effective habit you can adopt to totally transform your food budget.
Okay, so you've got your plan. Now it's time to hit the supermarket and navigate it like a seasoned pro.
You know what? Let's bust a major myth right now. Fresh isn't always best. Nope. Especially not for your wallet or even your health. Frozen and tinned produce are fantastic, budget-friendly options because they're picked and processed at peak freshness, which often means they lock in way more nutrients.
And get this illustrates the point perfectly. Fresh spinach that's been sitting around for a week has virtually no vitamin C left. The frozen version? It's still got 70% of its vitamin C intact. It is a clear win for the freezer.
Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Just look at the power of plant-based protein. For less than £1, you can get a can of black beans that is packed with protein. Dried lentils? Even more economical. And let's not forget the humble egg, truly one of the cheapest and most efficient sources of animal protein you can buy.
All right, you've planned like a pro, you've shopped smarter. Now let's head to the kitchen and make those ingredients work even harder for you. Did you know that your choice of appliance can have a huge impact on your energy bills? I mean, using a microwave or a slow cooker instead of your main oven for certain meals, that can lead to massive energy savings over time, adding right back into your budget victory.
Oh, and here's a brilliant hack for making expensive ingredients like meat last longer. You can bulk out your bolognese or your chili by mixing in lentils, beans, or even finely chopped mushrooms and carrots. You'll cut costs, you'll reduce your meat consumption, and you'll sneak more veggies into your diet. It's a win-win-win.
And finally, let's lock in those savings by mastering the simple habits that stop good food from ending up in the bin in the first place.
So the crucial point here is understanding food labels. Let's break this down because it's so important. Use by is a safety deadline. I'm going to say it again. Never eat food after this date. But best before, that's all about quality. The food is often perfectly safe to eat for days, weeks, or even months after that date.
And that little distinction? It's huge. A staggering 10% of all food waste in the EU comes from simply misunderstanding the difference between those two labels. That's millions of tons of perfectly edible food just being thrown away.
Simple storage tricks can also make a world of difference. And hey, here's a surprising little science fact for you. A full freezer is actually more energy efficient than an empty one. The frozen stuff inside helps keep the temperature cold, so the freezer doesn't have to work as hard. So go on, don't be afraid to stock up on those frozen veggies.
So, let's pull this all together. Here are your key takeaways. First, always plan your meals around what you already own. Second,
Embrace the fantastic value of frozen vegetables and plant-based proteins. Third, cook in batches using those energy-efficient appliances. And finally, and this one is a biggie, learn your labels to stop throwing away perfectly good food.
See, this isn't just about saving money and eating a bit healthier. It's about what those savings can actually do for you. By putting these strategies into practice, you really could be saving that 60 pounds a month. So the real question is, what are you going to do with it?